The last principle of the 3-act slide is 3 planes of motion. The tagline that we have used with the 3-act slide for a long time has been, because life is not a straight line. And again, that goes back to the origin of the 3-act slide. We knew fitness, we knew rehab, we knew the ability to sort of most effectively get through life and recreation and sports and daily activities is all about being able to move in different directions. And we wanted to create something that really could train most effectively in those different directions. And that really is what we're talking about when we describe 3 planes of motions. They're directions of movement. And again, we'll let myself handle sort of the geeked out portion of this. But 3 planes of motion are stated as the sagittal plane, the frontal plane, and the transverse plane. Okay? So let's start with the sagittal plane. Sagittal plane motion is movement of the body that occurs in a forward and backward direction. So we can see Christy sliding forward and sliding backward. It gives her a great ability to challenge her body in a forward and backward direction. The next plane of motion is the frontal plane. Frontal plane movements occur in a side-to-side fashion. Once again, our basic slide pattern here. Moving side to side. The last plane of motion, and maybe the most important one, and the one that I think is most neglected in most training and fitness programs, is the transverse plane. And the transverse plane has to do with twisting and rotation of the body. So we can see that nice turn that Christy gets through her hips, through her torso as she adds in the arm swing. So sagittal plane, frontal plane, and transverse plane are our 3 planes of motion. Now when we first came up with the tagline, because life is not a straight line, that was really important to us, right? We knew that life did not occur in a straight line. So let's watch a short little video clip that really continues to drive that point home.
Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Christy.
As former college athletes who have since spent many years involved in the fields of personal training, physical therapy, and athletic training, we understand the importance of training the body to move in all directions.
As a movement professional, you have learned, like us, that life is not a straight line.
Effective training is about improving the body's ability to move in all directions.
Unsatisfied and frustrated with watching people exercise while only sitting or lying down,
we knew there had to be a better way to train, challenge, and utilize the full potential of the body.
we needed a product designed to encourage multi-directional movement because we knew that life's activities do not occur in a straight line.
We wanted better fitness, better motion, better strength by using one product that can do it all.
We put on our thinking caps.
We researched and read.
We collaborated and convened.
We experimented and tinkered.
We designed and developed.
And finally, 3-Act Slide was created.
It's alive!
A system to develop strength, flexibility, and endurance.
A system for fitness, training, and rehab.
A system for movement in all 3 planes of motion.
Like us, you desire more, so we created the Swiss Army knife of exercise.
The 3-Act Slide is not just another piece of equipment, but a total body performance system.
Join the 3-Act movement now, because life is not a straight line.
Alright, we had a lot of fun putting together that video, and we certainly mentioned just a few times that life was not a straight line. But it's an important concept, and it's one that is kind of near and dear to our hearts. It led to us being motivated to create the 3-Act Slide. But it has applications way beyond just, sort of what we talked about in that whiteboard video. I mean, what goes on in the 3-Act Slide is all about 3 planes of motion.
Absolutely, Dave. I mean, this is the part that's so exciting for me, is training our body the way that we were meant to move. And I think that's one key piece that I feel like I say a lot to people as I'm teaching these classes and we're working with different individuals on sport-specific motion or whatever. We are really just taking your body, doing what it was meant to do, but doing it in a contained environment. So muscles are really meant to be worked in 3 planes of motion, right? We are meant to move this way, we are meant to move this way, and we are meant to move this way. And nothing in sport or in life can happen without our bodies working in those directions, right?
Yeah, and so I think as you're describing that, it makes me think that, again, if we're looking for effective workouts, right, the best workouts are those that are going to involve all those different directions, because it's going to ask someone's body to work that much harder, get that many more muscles engaged. Muscles are sort of being challenged more effectively, leading to greater caloric burn, greater strength gain, right? All those things that are so important to people as they enter into fitness programs.
Absolutely, and that's why I get so frustrated when I go to the gym and I see somebody standing there doing a one-arm bicep curl, and I think to myself, gosh, I know this person wants to get strong. I know they probably want to burn calories, and they're just being so inefficient by working one muscle in one plane when they could be doing so much more at the same time. And so I feel like that is why we really created the workouts that we have for this slide.
And there are other pieces of equipment. Again, let's just use a stationary bike. I mean, or even somebody that goes out, out in the world to do biking. An amazing tool, a bike. However you like it, out on the road or in a stationary bike format. Great workout, right? But the concept of a bike is that you're moving in one direction, just going forward. You can get an incredible workout, but you might have some flaws in your strength potentially if that's the main thing you're doing all the time.
Well, you can get a great cardiovascular workout, right? People are going to get off the bike and they're going to say, whew, I worked really hard. I felt my heart rate up, I got a burn in my quads, maybe my hamstrings, that's fine. But that doesn't often translate effectively to other things.
Right, and that goes back to constant ground contact, right? Ground reaction force. We want people sort of to be on the surface of the ground, moving in different directions to really get the most effective workout. And as you said, things that are going to carry over into real life sports, real life recreation, or just real life activity in general.
Right. So you get really the biggest bang for your buck, let's say it that way, if you are moving different directions, training each muscle to work in all three planes.
And yeah, I mean, I think that says it well. And I think the other element of it, if we go back to biking again, this is what a great way to cross-train, right, and mix up activities. Someone's a runner, right? Running occurs in kind of a straight direction. Biking in kind of a straight direction. People that like to hike, it's a straight direction. To mix this up and work this into a workout program, what a great way to really ramp up their fitness demands.
Absolutely, and then they're ready to go out and do something else or play with their kids on the weekend or not slip and fall on a icy, snowy day.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I think the other piece of this, which we mentioned earlier, but the fun factor, right? Movement is fun. And I think that's what we see as people get that feeling of moving in different directions, right? It's not the same thing over and over again. It's not that repetition of one direction of movement. It's a lot of different things that keeps their bodies moving in different ways. But I think almost mentally, right? It kind of keeps them kind of fresh and engaged.
Absolutely. Sometimes we call it brain gymnastics as we're really kind of trying to change things up on here. And I just really think that your body will thank you.
Awesome. All right, 3 planes of motion, key principle of the 3-act slide.